Hey guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Tonight I am doing 2021 forecast readings for each individual zodiac sign as kind of like my Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you. This reading is going to be for Pisces. So how I'm doing it, instead of pulling like 12 individual cards and reading for each individual card, I'm kind of an earthy kind of person, and I think that people change with the seasons. So I'm going to do this reading based on the seasons from, winter into fall, fall into spring, spring into summer, and back into winter for December 2021. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards for each quarter, and I'm going to pull it from the Kim Kranz deck. This one is called the Wild Unknown Tarot. There's some interesting stuff in it, but the reason I chose this one over one of my other decks is there are a lot of references to nature and seasonal change, especially animals and things like cocoon and chrysalis into something new, and Canada geese, snowy owls, all sorts of stuff in there. But it does speak to nature and growth within nature and changes within the seasons. So I'm going to pull all the major energy cards for each quarter with this deck, and I'm going to clarify with the Rider-Waite. Got it upside down, but either way. So this reading is going to be for Pisces. So I'm just going to get into it. I already gave the cards a really good shuffle, as I always do. I don't like to spend too much time shuffling if I can avoid it. So, winter into fall of 2021 for Pisces. Just wanted 3 cards. But I do want to let the cards do what they want to do. So, let's just have a look here. I can see already that for the beginning of your year, it's going to have a lot to do, I feel, with how you provide for yourself physically, your work, projects that you might be invested in, being the parental-like figure perhaps to younger people. We have the King of Pentacles as well as the Knight of Pentacles. This suggests to me maybe there's family at play here. It could also have to do with how you're inventing yourself in your physical world, whether it's your finances or investments or projects or agreements that you're taking into consideration for the new year. But you are definitely, right now, it's like, it almost seems it's like, where do I invest myself? Where do I sow my seeds? And there's this element of heartbreak. And the World on the bottom of the deck. And the Empress. Again, 4 of Pentacles. Now, I'm not going to go too far, but I'm just looking at this and I get this sense that there's some type of new beginning at play here. And it has a lot to do with your finance. Perhaps it has to do with a relationship or your work. But there's definitely money tied to it and where you're going to sow your seeds. The 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, there you are, ticking away at your craft. I feel like maybe something has plateaued. I feel that there's a plateau somewhere here. I'm not sure quite what it's about yet. But there's some type of this grievance attached to it, which maybe has initiated the realization that, oh shit, I've gone as far as I can go. I'm hitting a brick wall. Might be a realization there. Let's clarify further for the first quarter. Winter into fall for Pisces. Using the Rider-Waite deck. Ooh. My goodness. Money is on the mind. Money is on the mind for Pisces. Working hard. Working hard. Maybe you feel like you're working for ends meet. I feel like you are in a state of providing. I feel like there's family or children or something at play here. There's care. There's care going on here. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. Let's just pull a little more. Ooh. Right. plateauing, hitting a wall. Being in a position, okay, you know that there's like, you're in a state of where you're like looking for new opportunities ahead. There could be new beginnings coming about in this new year, and you're seriously giving them some deep evaluation, looking at all of the little facts, counting all the numbers, making sure all the decimals are in the right places. Okay, but there is an aspect of your finance, your home, what is physical around you. And I think, honestly, for me, I feel like it's money and security that plays on your emotions. Like, if I'm not secure, I'm not okay. That's what I'm getting from this, and maybe that's where this Three of Swords is coming into play here. But I feel like you, Pisces, are working overtime currently, but you are assessing it. Something's coming full circle here, right? The world, you realize it. You realize it's coming full circle. Reassessing how you create abundance within your life, I think, is what it is, because you might be feeling a little stretched thin. For the first quarter of the year, that's what I see. I see Pisces going through this thing of evaluating how they provide their means. Wrong deck. Okay, let's move on. Spring. I don't know how that go like that. Spring into summer. Months where everything's coming into bloom. What's that going to look like potentially for Pisces? There's obviously been some assessment going on. Is there going to be any change? Ooh, very nice. One more. Just one. Ooh, I feel like jumping all over the place today. One more. One more card for the spring to summer season. I'm going to take the one that actually fell on the other two cards that came up. Okay. Into the spring season. So you've had this realization, obviously. And somewhere along the way, I see you, it seems like you're going to get resourceful. You've got the Magician, okay? You're obviously equipped. I get the sense that, like, you've got some really strong cards here. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. You also have the Queen of Swords. Like, I feel like you, I'm just going to say it straight, I feel like you have your shit together. Like, you could say yes to a lot of things if you wanted to. You're very resourceful. Yes, you have the strength pretty much to do whatever you want. But what is this about? What's that? This Queen of Cups in reverse. What's that? Maybe you're not really, feel like you're in a state of mulling it over, and maybe it's because your heart isn't singing to you right now, but what it is exactly that you want to do. You know you're capable. You know you can achieve a lot. I think you already know that. It's on the bottom of the deck. Four of Wands, balance. Why this Queen of Cups in reverse? Let's look. Spring season into summer. So here we go. I had to think about this a little bit. What's on the bottom of the deck? Okay. As I said, maybe not knowing what you want to do exactly because it just, your heart isn't singing to you right now. Notice that we have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is very like heart on your sleeve and no problem saying what you want, your desires and emotions and things like that. Security. Security seems to be the important factor. Here we have the Emperor. Okay. There is this figure who, you know, ruling over his empire, is all wise and knowing, is very, very fatherly, is often seen sometimes as an authority figure. And I put this card next to the Hierophant, which I think is coming up next in the deck anyway. Regardless, here we have this energy of the Seven of Swords. Okay. I feel like whatever it is that you choose to do, or the change that you choose to make, you're going to have some difficulty deciding how you're going to make that break into something new and something more balanced for yourself that kind of puts you on your own 2 feet. You are going to have a hard time making that disconnection to move on to new things. And I think it has to do with your heart space or something, some matter of emotion not being quite in the place it needs to be to deal with this the way that you know you want to deal with it. I think I need to expand a little bit more, and I'm going to pull just a couple more cards. Because somewhere along the line here, there's this desire to like move forward passionately in a different direction that is about you. Right there we go. Okay. This 6 of Swords to match your 7 of Swords. I feel like whatever you're going to have to do to disconnect, it's probably not going to be easy and almost a little painful, possibly embarrassing. I don't know if it's, I don't think embarrassing. Like, I think something comes to mind, like, how do I do this in a dignified manner? Is there a dignified way to make this severance, to like create this break? And I think whatever conclusion you come to, it's like a burning bridges, a crossing over, truly making a conscious decision to leave the old stuff behind. I mean, look at the sword sticking in that boat. It's not going to stay afloat forever. It's not like you can return to once you came, right? Like a swift parting, it seems, from whatever's preventing you from moving forward into a new direction. Like, I feel like at the beginning of the year, like, you do have your ducks in a row and, you know, your squirrels aren't at a rave, but there's this desire for change and disconnection from something that almost seems authoritarian in your life or controlling within your life that doesn't really necessarily let you come from your heart completely. Let's look at the 3rd quarter of the year for Pisces. So we're talking summer into fall at this point. Let's pull 3 cards that are going to represent that time of year, what you might be facing, what's the progression in this story. Justice. That's too many. That was a slip of the hand. There's like 10 cards that came out. I just want 3. You got Justice, the Hanged Man, and Temperance for your 3rd quarter, which is that's an interesting lineup. These are all major arcana cards. I can't even begin to guess what this might mean, only that there's going to possibly be some decision you have to make that really is going to call you to be using your moral compass in making a decision that you know is right, that is morally and ethically sound. Perhaps justice is going to be coming your way. Not sure yet. Let's clarify in this 3rd part of the year. There's obviously some type of decision you're going to have to make in the summer. Maybe some big things are going to happen out of that decision. Oh, interesting. Temperance. Temperance. I didn't even realize these were up. The Temperance and the Empress are under there. I'm going to put them up to the side. Obviously, they were meant to be turned upright for a reason. You have Temperance here. You have it twice now. Temperance is about honoring thyself. Matched with the Empress here. It's interesting. Chariot underneath. Being focused. Let's clarify the Temperance, the Hanged Man, and Justice here. Getting myself comfy. Judgment. Very interesting lineup. Oh, look at all of these major arcana cards coming up in the fall. Wow. I don't even have words. It's coming after that. Pisces. Oh, that's nice. Oh, what's this? I feel like the summer, fall, third quarter of the year, like something is going to happen to you where you're just like pedal to the metal, hit nitro, gas is on. It's like 0 to 60 in 2.5, whatever. Like things are just going to speed up and progress up intensely. And it's going to be because of this decision that you make about whatever it is, your finance, business aspects of your life, how you fill your physical needs, right? Like there are so many major arcana cards here. Whatever decision that you make, universe is on your side. Universe is totally 110% on your side with you taking this new journey here. Yeah, it's a go. Think that, okay, for the end of the year as you're coming up, it's a go. Like I said earlier, it's like you're in a position, it seems like you do have everything lined up so nicely for you that you could just be like, yeah, and do anything. That's what this tells me. Like, universe this year seems to me like it wants to honor your progress that you've made, because I'm getting the sense that you've really, really, really worked on tempering yourself. Temperance, right? Temperance came up twice. Tempering yourself. I picture you on a chessboard. Like, everything has been so calculated, and it's just like you've perfected and refined yourself, and universe is going, big things are coming to you. Big things are coming to you. 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. And in no rush. Like, you will not be in a position where you have to sit back and like carefully contemplate everything. Like, the world is your oyster. The world. Good karma coming in based on your choices. You're being judged, weighed, measured, and it's all good. Third quarter of the year. So, what does the end of the year have to say for Pisces? What does the end of the year look like for Pisces? Yeah, this is just like, because you've honored yourself, because you've taken the higher road, because you've done the hard work, okay? Universe recognizes that you honor yourself, and so it honors you. That's what I'm getting. Last quarter of the year. Death coming in sideways. Death energy passing through these cards. King of Wands, or sorry, Knight of Wands. Ace of Swords. It's almost like you will be like perfecting your true self. Let's just clarify. I want to clarify here. It's an interesting lineup for the end of the year. Death of the old. I think it's going to come full circle now. Whatever major decision you make this year regarding business, how you conduct it, who you do it with, your goals, those choices that you make for yourself. There's going to be huge change. Let's clarify the last quarter of the year. This is great, Pisces. I feel like Pisces has worked hard. Yes. Oh, 1 second. Death again. The 5 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands. 2 more. Give me 2 more. Need 1 more. I feel like come the end of the year, there's going to be a lot of eyes on you. There is just this huge transition. You coming into yourself. Okay? There's going to be eyes on you. And it has to do with your truth. Making decisions in accordance with your truth. And something tells me that not everyone is going to understand your decision or the path that you choose to take. And you might feel lost from it. I feel like it feels huge. Like because you can do anything, you're going to make this huge decision. And it's not going to jive with everyone. And there may be loss here. There may be loss of family, friends. Perhaps the choice you make, look at this, okay? The 5 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. You have all this pentacle energy at the beginning of the year where it's like there's lots of good, there's money. But maybe you're in a position where you're like, is that the most important thing? I feel like that's what this is about. You're like, is that the most important thing? What I have, what I wear, the type of house I live in, the type of bed I sleep in, the kind of car I drive. I think somewhere along the lines, you're going to have this realization that more doesn't mean better. Bigger doesn't mean better. It's what you have, who you share it with, how you extend yourself. And I feel like the people around you, who you've associated yourself with so far, may not understand your minimalist idealisms. I feel like that's going to be part of your choice, is minimalizing. All right, last messages from the universe. I think I'm going to pull from King Cran's deck. Last messages. Look, 10 of Cups on the bottom. Just going to pay attention to this. Not everybody has to understand you. Don't worry about it. Do what you have to do for you to be happy. You're not here to please everybody. Last messages from the universe towards the end of 2021. We've got this loss here. Got my deck upside down. I do have my deck upside down. What is happening here? Last messages. The High Priestess. I think this is going to be spiritual for you in nature and have very little to do with anybody else. Your choice is about your happiness, your personal growth, and not for anybody else. No more of these attachments. You are detaching yourself from anything, poison, toxic things that might, creep in your mind, or things that you think about in the evening, whatever. Okay, but the High Priestess, 3 of Cups in reverse. You're focused on you. I feel like this is like deep for you. This choice that you're making is huge. Like, whatever, maybe you're giving up life and off-gridding, or living out of a van. I don't know what you're doing, this minimalization, but you feel like it's for your best interest. It's something that you're going to be thinking about this year. Less being more. All right? Okay, Pisces, that is your 2021 forecast. Hope you enjoyed it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, stay safe, make wise choices.